Today I'll be reviewing Pokemon Journeys episode 36, Ash and Go Climb Your Way Out of Sand Hell. That's a cool name. I wonder how they'll title that in the dub. That aside, this was a pretty good episode for Go, and for the first time in the series, it felt like Go actually became the main character in this episode. Go has had episodes that have been focused on him, but he didn't really feel like the main character. It felt like an episode with a side character having the spotlight. In this one he actually felt like the main character. And this might be one of the best Go episodes of the series so far. And it's not even a Go focused episode. So the episode starts with Ash jogging the train hard and Go saying that he'll help Ash train. And so then Ash battles this random dude in the World Championships. And we didn't even get a name for this guy, and he sends out Octelerate. And Ash, who now has PTSD from the last battle, instantly compares Octelerate to Grapploct since they're both octopus Pokemon, and assumes they're going to battle the same way and tells Riolu to avoid it by staying back as much as possible, which doesn't work in his favor because Riolu ends up losing. So then Ash drops to rank 975 and then gets another battle request, and this time the girl sends out Tentacruel, and Ash, who's still stuck on his last two battles, or his last two losses, thinks he has to stay away again. And it's kind of weird that Ash is thinking he has to keep his distance while using a fighting type Pokemon. Like, literally 18 types, and the fighting type is not the one you try to battle long distance with. But that's what he's trying to do, and it doesn't work, and Riolu ends up losing. So after two torturing battles for Riolu, after it's unable to fight close up, Ash drops it in rank and goes all the way to normal class. And I was really thinking, man, Ash is at an all-time low. I don't think he's ever lost 3 times in a row within the last 2 series. Last time I saw Ash lose this much was probably when he lost to Sawyer and then the 8th gym leader. Meanwhile, in Mauville City in Hoenn, we see that people are being sucked into a sandstorm because they hear singing. So Go wants to go investigate with depressed Ash, so they head to Hoenn to cheer him up. And I really enjoy Ash motivating Go throughout this episode, because it was kind of like Ash and Go switched roles, and Go became the more motivated person in this episode. So once Ash finally gets interested, they put on the goggles, and then they head in to save some people in the sandstorm who are being pulled in by Trapinch, who Go ends up catching. Then he catches Vibrava, and then Flygon finally appears, and Go says that it's the one that probably created the sandstorm to build its nest. And right after that, he says that they'll have to stop the sandstorm and that he needs Ash's help to stop it. Since Flygon was the singing Pokemon, and I really enjoyed this portion of the episode because I really like seeing Go put his analysis skills to work after doing some research with the Pokédex. And I like seeing him take over, especially since Ash is over here trying to use electric type moves on a ground type Pokemon. So then we see Go attack Flygon with Sobble, who uses its water to harden the sand. But then Flygon just uses Dragon Rush and Dig to knock Sobble away. Meanwhile, Ash is struggling to figure out what to do because he's unsure of how to battle with Riolu now since he doesn't want to get in close. But once again, Go takes over, and with Raboot they battle Flygon, who's spamming Draco Meteor, and we can see that Go's battle skills are actually improving episode by episode, and that he's taken influence from Ash. Ash even calls his plan crazy and says that fighting from a distance is safer, but Go sticks to his plan and has Raboot run up Flygon's Draco Meteor and then strike down one of the meteors with Ember towards Flygon, which takes it down, allowing Go to catch it. And this might be Go's greatest catch ever. I don't think he's had a more well-deserved catch than this in a while. Like, nothing else comes to mind. And Ash says it was a crazy tactic, and Go says that he's the one who taught it to him, and says that no matter how crazy you have to be to never stop striving for victory. And I really like that line because it highlights how much of a mentor Go has been to Ash in this one episode, and how much of a true friend he's been in the series so far. And I really liked Go saying he wanted to settle things with Raboot's Ember kick because it's the move he and Raboot made up together, and I just thought that was great. And so at the end, Ash realizes that he was too focused on distance fighting, even though he practiced with melee moves, which is what I was thinking early on in the episode. Like, why would you have a fighting type Pokemon fight long distance the entire time? It's not even like Riolu knows Aura Sphere or anything yet. It's literally just Vacuum Wave, and that's never been known to be a one-shot move. I also really enjoyed that last bit of advice Go gave Ash at the end of the episode where he says, If we use Ember and still lose, then we'll just have to think of a way and use Ember that'll let us win next time. And one reason I really like that is because it shows that Go is always willing to improve on what he already has instead of changing things up. And I think it's within Ash's nature to do the same thing. I remember back in the Sinnoh days where he lost to Paul in that first 6-on-6, and then he came back into the next 6-on-6 with the same exact team in the Pokemon League and won. I do think this was a pretty good learning experience for Ash when it comes to battling with the same Pokemon and using the same moves again. And just overall adapting to his situation, he was trying too hard to change up what he did the first time instead of just improving on it, which is something I think he's definitely learned after this episode. So at the end, Ash just laughs and says that he'll have to start over since he's at normal class now, and that he'll have to try hard if he wants to face Leon again. I wonder if they plan on doing this to Ash again, having him lose once he gets back to Super Class, or maybe the Ultra Ball class is what I think it's called, and then have him lose. I don't expect them to go undefeated from now till Leon, but I do expect them to do well enough. I at least don't expect them to lose back-to-back to characters that they didn't even bother giving names to. So this was a great episode for Ash, mostly Go, who 100% deserved Flygon more than any other Pokemon he's probably caught so far. Because in this episode, not only did he take the lead on investigating Flygon, but also on the attack to battle and catch Flygon, and finish it off with his own technique that he and Raboot wanted to use. And I really enjoy seeing Go get better at battling with each and every episode. I still don't think he'll be a rival to Ash in terms of battling because that's not his goal, but I do see him getting a lot better throughout the series. If they did want to make Go a battling rival for Ash, they could have extended this small character arc into 3 episodes where Go got better while Ash was demotivated, and then Ash sees Go getting better and then decides he wants to catch up to Go now. Or I guess not let Go surpass him, but that clearly isn't the goal. And I think that would have been cool if it ended with Ash getting to Alola or meeting one of his old friends and they motivate Ash to get back on his feet. But we don't really need to worry about that since we know what's coming in the next episode. But that aside, let me know what you thought of this episode in the comment section below. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share. Thanks for watching, and bye.